For decades, the Fintry Queen sat at the foot of Bernard Avenue. These days, it's moored somewhere offshore near Vernon. Well, its owner wants to bring it back.
The plan is to try and set it up as a ferry, first off in the South Okanagan, and then eventually come back to Kelowna and run circles here around here and too, and be able to go up and down the lake at night, go to parks, go to wineries. $25 gets you on. You can hop on, hop off during the daytime and use it as a means of transportation.
Okay, but right now, the old Fintry Queen that was given the boot from the foot of Bernard Avenue now sits moored offshore near Vernon. What does it need to start taking on passengers again?
It needs to be recertified by Transport Canada. Hasn't been done since 2008 now, but mechanically the ship's in excellent condition. There was a $800,000 investment between 2006 and 8, so everything, wires, light switches, engines, everything on it mechanically is in really good condition. What it needs is a paint job. It hasn't been painted in 10 years. So otherwise, give it a good paint job, bring all the systems online, and it's ready to go. I could have it here tomorrow.
Okay. So paint it up and it's already running, you're saying, but then you need places for it to stop along the way. I guess you need refurbishments to docks or new docks built for it or something.
There's nothing on the lake right now that's strong enough to basically hold this ship in place. And you need an effective place to come in where you can take the sewage off, put fresh water on and refuel, and there's no facilities like that on the lake anywhere. So we would need to build those facilities. And typically now the waterfronts are all parks, so you're dealing with a very defined space that you can utilize. And
right.
You can't always get in and get out everywhere, right? You have to, like this downtown marina now is far too congested. So we could perhaps get into the point, or perhaps when the new Toko mill site comes together, we can get in there because we've been in there before.
So you were saying before that you'd like to ultimately see this operate as a not-for-profit, but in the meantime, you need some people with deep pockets to help get this thing going.
So we've developed this tax credit program. So the early stage investors get a BC tax credit for 30% of their investment. They have to stay in it for 5 years. And at the end of 5 years, there are very substantial returns from this business. It was a very profitable business for many years. And so they'll get their money out at that point, and then it becomes a not-for-profit in a sense after that, because it's then up and running and everything's looked after, so the costs are pretty much standardized after that.
Right, so you need investors, but you also need, I guess, the cooperation of the different levels of government that control some of the shoreline park areas where you'd like to see opportunities to have it dock along the way.
Right. We've developed plans in each one of the municipalities to where we could potentially go. And it's just a question now of building the infrastructure, the dock itself, for the ship to be able to come in and come out.
Right. So you've taken a few runs at getting the Fintry Queen, to sail again over the years. What makes you think you might be able to pull it off this time, Andy?
I think the timing is right. I think the markets have changed. Real estate was always the competitor for the investment dollars. That's a different scenario right now. And I think also the fact of what's available for people in the Okanagan, what would they like to do, where would they like to be. For me, I just like being on the lake every day. So that's kind of my goal. So
this would be something where people who come to visit can just get out on the lake right away. Just step up to the Fintry Queen.
So the plan is it's a $25 hop on, hop off. So you could get on downtown Kelowna, go out to the Mission or Okanagan Mountain Park, across to the other side to the Nut Farm, and maybe Gelatli Bay, Bear Creek Park. It could do a circle like that 2 or 3 times a day. It can do the same thing in the South Okanagan between Penticton, Summerland, and Naramata. Circle around there 2 or 3 times a day. Hop on, hop off, go to a winery, go to a park.
Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Getting the Fintry Queen to ply the waters again. And thank you for watching Kelowna Now.